Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Video Live, and I'm having a special guest. She will be introducing herself. Welcome to the Video Live.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. Hello, everybody. My name is Nomvelo Ntombela. I am from Durban. I do reside here in Pretoria. I am a student and a person of many things. Thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure having you. You look so beautiful today.
Thank you so much. Now we'll share.
Thank you, Susie. Okay, what is your favorite color and why?
I would say my favorite color. I do love pink. But I'm also like to go into the brown because it also complements my skin as well. Yeah.
And then what is the reason of you loving pink, or is just because it's a bright color, or there's a meaning behind?
I think because growing up, sometimes between a female and a male, it's blue or pink. And also, I don't want to lie, growing up, my mom would buy me a lot of pink clothes. So I think it's like a bit of me in there, yeah.
Shout out to mommy. Okay, I want to know something. When you're not studying or working, what do you do?
I don't want to lie because it gets tired. I'm an indoor person. I believe I'm an introvert and an extrovert as well. So I usually like to rest, stay in bed most of the time. I do read books as well, yes. And sometimes here and there, it pushes me to go and exercise. But pretty much just stay in bed and just be rested, yeah.
Okay, describe yourself in 3 words for me.
Sorry?
Describe yourself in 3 words for me.
In 3 words, I am outgoing, I am kind, and I am amazing. Yeah.
I'm taking those 3 words. I am kind as well, and I'm outgoing person as well. So I think we have something in common. Thank you so much. You describe yourself that you're a child of God.
Yes.
Can you please tell me more how the faith has shaped you?
So just to give a bit of context, right? I did grow up in a household that for those who don't know what is, it means that not born again, right? But my mom was a person who still does go to church though, so they were saying, and they were saying they were right? Not to cause nothing bad in regards to that, because there is a difference between being born again and not being born again, right? So I would usually go to church and we would usually go there, and then I find myself in the Sunday oasis, where my pastor in Durban was a Mikhenso, and that's where I got born again, and I was also baptized as well during a youth camp in Durban. After some months later, and then I believe, to me as a child of God, how it shaped me is that I'm where I am right now by the grace of God. I wouldn't be where I am without God, without this, because God has been there for me. He strengthened me. There's a lot of times where I wanted to give up, sometimes God will isolate you, or you'll be in place of isolation, not because is a very loving God. It's because He wants you to grow and grow in relationship with Him as well. And because the Bible does say that you must not trust in man, you must trust in Him, right? Blessed is a man who trusts in the Lord, right? So I believe for me, it shaped me to be who I am, to also come out of my comfort zone, to able to be vocal where I can, and also to know my skills and my abilities as well, even my confidence as well, because I'm usually a very mellow person. Without God, honestly, I wouldn't be who I am. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking one thing, that life without God is pointless. So, and then I'm grateful for you sharing your journey with getting close to God and how you get saved. So I've seen that on your bio that you have hold a lot of leadership titles in student life. So I want to know, is the passion of being a leader started now, or started like when you started in the leadership?
Right. So for me, I think leaders are born, right? They're not really necessarily made. And where do I say in this context? If you look at the book of Genesis, the book of Genesis, and you look at Joseph, right? Joseph, he had leadership skills in him, right? He had to go through rejection and being sold, and also in Gibita, and then God gave him favor, right? And then eventually, after interpreting dreams by the grace of God, he stood in front of Pharaoh, which in Ekatinza Manje, it's the president, and then he helped the president, and then he made him second in command. So where I'm going with this is that I believe with me, you do notice a bit here and there because you get trained, right? God trains you through certain life circumstances, right? So for me, because I initially wanted to study law, right? Unfortunately, due to funding and because I come from a single parented household, my mom couldn't afford to school, right? And you probably think, why not apply me NSFAS? Oh, guys, I did try, but NSFAS at the time was giving me a lot of issues, right? So I had 2 years left to finish my LLB degree because I wanted to specialize in children's law, right? To fight, because I would see there's a lot of fathers who don't take care of their children. So I wanted to be an advocate for such children, right? But because of funding and stuff like that, so as the life happened, then I ended up praying, and I got myself the Gleason Figure ATUT by the grace of God, where I'm studying internal auditing. So internal auditing has a bit of governance as well, meaning putting people into accountability as well, right? And when I got there, I got into a political party which I wasn't really part of. Then the leader saw potential in me, right? Then he said, wow, Nomvelo, you actually have good leadership skills and capabilities. So in order for you to be enhanced, go join the HGLD. So that's where I met my late mentor, Mr. Planet Latchai. Oh my God. May he so rest in peace. I think under his leadership, I don't want to lie, I grew so much as I was an HGLD ambassador, mentor, and even my mentor at the time who was mentoring me, she saw a lot of potential in me, and then she'll give me certain roles and positions as calling, which will help develop my leadershipness as well. And that's how it grew. And then I was part of institute leadership as well. I don't know if I could mention the political parties. It's calling. I did start off Kasasco as well, where I was under the BSCT and an additional member. And from there, I grew quite a lot. I used to go to a lot of conferences as well. A lot of skills I did hound, especially articulation, speaking with people as well. And the most important thing is helping Abafundi, because I believe as a leader, you're not just there just for the aesthetics, you are there to usiza abantu, And I believe also where it goes with you as a person as well, because some people can fake helping people, some people are authentic, right? So I believe with me, it's very authentic. Even if you wake me up, Nomvelo, at 12 a.m., I would help you, right? I wouldn't complain because I believe it's embedded in you. And then from there, I grew. Just unfortunately, with me, before I join a political party, I like to read the constitution, because when you read the constitution of the organization, you get to learn what they are for, what they stand for, etc., etc. And you check if your principles, because as a person you need to be principled, right? You need to check if the principles align with your principles as well. I think it's one of the mistakes leaders make nowadays as well. They just join because of positions. No, it has to go with your principles and your integrity as well. And then from there, I ended up leaving the organization and I joined the Economic Freedom Party student organization, and then I was also part of the executive committee there as well. And due to some real differences also there, I left, but I don't want to lie, I did learn a lot of things. I believe I did help a lot of students, because that's the most important thing as well, because as a leader, it's not about you, it's about the people, right? And then that's how it just grew. But not just, besides politically, I was also a chairperson of TUT Book Writing Club, which was established by the director of Sayed. Sorry, that's like DED, apologies. Where I was a chairperson there, and that's where I also met Ashley. We were part of the committee as well, yes. And yes. Okay. And then from there, what that initially is about is, because I'm also a writer, I'm a very creative person as well. Yes, so we go to different campuses, mainly Pretoria campus, right? And then we will get skilled on how to write a script, how to write a book, learning those very important and skills, you know. And then from there, there's many other roles I was also part of as well. Yes.
Wow, that's so incredible. So I have learned something that when you are a leader, doesn't need to be, you need to have the characteristics to be a leader. So that it's not only about, it's about the people that you are leading, because in things that we see these days in leadership of South Africa, people are, they just leading because of the same position. They don't take us serious. So I love about you that you can wake up anytime for your people. So I think we need to raise kind of leaders, something like you. Like we need to one day maybe to accumulate in a leadership position in a bigger platform, maybe in the public, so that maybe we can erase whatever is happening in the politic of the government as we speak now. And then now we are in a podcast called Lead Your Life. What do you understand by the word lead your life in life?
Right, so I believe leading your life it's self-defined, you know. It's about you as a person. What do you want in life, right? I believe everybody was created for a purpose, right? Sometimes you go through a situation in life and you discover your purpose, right? Some people, unfortunately, they die without knowing their purpose in life, you know. It's amazing when you really know what your purpose is, because normally your purpose is more about the thing that you are good at in life, right? So with me, just leading my life is I don't lead myself, you know. I believe as a child of God, the Holy Spirit does lead me, you know. Because you know it says many are the plans of man, you know, but the Lord's purpose that prevails, right? So with me, I believe that I've tried so many things in life and it didn't really actually work out, maybe because I would try to do things myself.